I got booted off earlier. It was unfortunate. So we're back. Let's see where we're at. Hopefully we're not a million miles back. That would be depressing. Okay. Let's do this. We are bonking away. We got our hammer last stream, so we're fighting this greater mummy. Hopefully we can take care of him before he does too much. He's near death. I was able to avoid that. Thank you, high wisdom score. We should probably not be in there. Okay. Very good. Alright then. A small leather-bound journal filled with notes written hurried in almost indecipherable script. Most of them seem to relate to complex creation of some kind of gargoyle statues that will bestow magical power upon the necromancer's ally, who by description is undoubtedly Baram. One of the last notes reads, "The latest statues have been fired and inscribed with all the proper runes. Our ally wishes to use them immediately, even though we have warned him that they'll be very fragile. He will be very fragile until the time they have time to properly set. He is far too impatient." So we had a game crash last time I played, so we are trying to avoid that. But if it does, it happens. That randomly has happened several times in this playthrough. That's just the end of the stream at that point. Nothing I can do about it, so. That's where we're at right now. That's why we save early, save often. Let's see. Okay. And here we go. So far we're doing it. Come on, me. Cleave a path through the people. There we go. I'll wait right here. Because I can't, he won't regen, I will. So, that's how that works. Okay. I couldn't read that at all. There's definitely enemies over there. Holy cow. I'm still alive. I'm still alive. How on earth did that happen? Alright, this is rough. Let's set up our situation here. Okay. Interesting.
You are so gonna feel some wrath. I will overcome. Okay, dokie. It's done.
He didn't need those gargoyles.
It's done. Okay, dokie. Okay, dokie. It's done. Okay, dokie.
That is the extent of it.
It's done.
The bonk wins all the time. Go ahead and turn these things in. Hammer of Justice. Identify that. Hide armor +3. Dagger +2. Okay. It really should be the end of the fighting. $88,700. So under 2,000. Go turn in these quests. Report, unfortunately, that her family is dead. You
Have you found my children? Are they safe?
I'm sorry, Lana, your children are dead. They ate them? The small ones, the rest were turned into were-rats. They're all dead, too. Dead? No, I don't believe it. But you have little Tolman's bear. That's his, without a doubt. So what you're saying is true. Thank you for telling me the truth. Here's the key to my husband's vault. It's in the sewers, along the passages to the north of the water. Now I must go. Please, excuse me. No problem, lady. Your husband. Wow, she died. Well, she's dead. Found out her children were eaten by were-rats that were turned into were-rats. That was horrifying. That was so bad. That was so bad. I need to go see. First, we need to rest so he can get healthy, but holy cow. Also, happy 4th of July to everyone. Our last stream ended because the game crashed, which is a thing. This game will crash, so that's why we save early and often. It's weird because I have these heads and I don't know what to do with them. Those weren't the right people. Unfortunately, because I'm on the PlayStation, not the PC, when the game crashes, that's kind of the end of the stream. So it's where we're at. Okay. I have no idea what to do with these heads. Oh. I've asked all these questions already. I'm just making sure there's nowhere to turn in these heads. Let's see. I need to see where to turn in these heads. It's Luskin.
cult. Hiding the tower, the bridge. Little it is. How the cup if you do gain entry. The tower, the bridge, however, little enough. It is how the if you do gain entrance. The tower, the bridge, up go.
Just so I can read the stupid journal. I need to head back into the sewer right quick and get that. Whatchamacallit? I need the thing. Are you serious? Are you serious right now? Guys, your captain's dead. I have his head. All that for one gold piece.
Back to wherever. I'll slit your throat.
So we're at 88,940. Okay.
I loved it.
He loves this part. I was gonna say he was uninjured, and he went pretty much straight to badly wounded.
Can I help you?
Where did that whatchamacallit go?
Die! Die!
Okay. Oh, I'm in the spot I want to be. Cool. Okay. Very good. Let's go ahead and save just in case there's any ghouls down here. That would be bad. So I've gotten 2 magical warhammers. I'm not using 2-weapon fighting, so I'm using sword and board. Or in this case, hammer and board. There we go. Door is open. Oh wow, looky here.
No contest.
Okay.
Okay, dokie.
unidentified magic staff. And we'll heal. Identified armor. Okay. Back to this place. Identify. The Great Oak. No. Staff of Power. Get 5 magic missiles, 5 fireballs, and 2 in a ray of enfeeblement. Oh, it's only 3, 2, and 1. Okay. That's per charge, so it's not the end of the world. Club +1.
We are fortunate that you have found the location. The tower lies on an island, reachable by a bridge on the northeastern shore. There are rumors of other entrances. The bridge, however, is guarded well by both armsmen. Go.
Okay. I see it. Some of these guys have a ton of health for what the enemies are. But 21 experience points ain't gonna hurt nobody. Find goods. Go tell this guy, hey, I got your crap.
Greetings again. So nice to see you.
I believe we fixed your invention. You don't say. Bravo, bravo. My work can continue. At last I can show up those piggish little bastards at the university. I'll show them. I'll kill them all. Oh, never mind the last part. I wish I could give you a better reward for putting my machine together. I hope a discount at my fine store will do. Thank you again.
Greetings again. So nice to see you.
Let me see your merchandise. Mr. Discount. Another bag of holding. Yes, sir. We'll take the bag of holding. Magic items. Do. Clarity. So I took a free bag of holding. I mean, it's not free, but I mean, it was there and I took it. No regrets. Bags of holding are not easy to come by, so I'll buy it. I consider that an ample reward for the quest.
I greet you.
You won't be allowed to cross the bridge without authorization, citizen. Please step away. Yeah, well, guess what? I've got authorization, turd. Where does this bridge go? This bridge is only egress onto the island where the host tower of the Arcane Brotherhood sits, sir. Arcane Brotherhood? Aye, the organization of wizards. Some say they ruled Luskan, but if they do, they do so secretly. We rarely see or hear of them. Sure, there must be other ways across. Not hardly. The wizards protect their privacy with magic. You can't sail a boat to the island or tunnel there or even cast a spell to take you there. No passing period. Not without their say-so. That, at least, is what I'm told. What kind of authorization do you need? You need written permission by the Arcane Brotherhood themselves, affixed with their seal. How do you get such a thing? You don't. It's only given by the wizards and the high captains, dignitaries invited to see them. I have a pass right here. I'm ambassador from Morrowind. What? Let me see that. Well, it's affixed with the seal. That's magical, so it can't be forged. Very well then, sir. My apologies. The Brotherhood have had quite a few dignitaries arrive within the last couple of weeks, but none from so far away. No matter. You may cross. Alright, we are in said tower. So, we're in the end game of Chapter 2. I should say Act 2, but, you know. What do you got?
It's done.
Are they gonna hit themselves with stone tablets?
Okay, ducky.
Tell me doing work. Successfully. Move your time before you enter the tower, please. Hail and well met, my lord. I understand you're from your past, or you're from the delegation of Mulholland, yes? Yes, here you go. That seems excessively far distance to travel. I have been informed no invitation made to the Mulhollandry. We certainly were not expecting you. Does the tower inform of all their guests? Well, most of the time they do. Since the chaos and the battles in the tower, things have gotten lax, but still, Morandi, or Morrowind, I have met several people from your land. They were dark-skinned, dressed rather extravagantly. You look nothing like them. I'm a Hound ambassador, I assure you. The wizards have been getting plenty of visitors, representatives throughout the north. In fact, none of them from such far-off places as Morrowind. However, how conveniently difficult to verify. Are you refusing me entry? I suppose not, no. The mages have been notoriously difficult for me to contact since the fighting ceased anyway. And your seal's legitimate. Tempest knows they've received enough visitors as of late. Allow me to open the door for you, then. I suggest you take the empty suite just inside the door on the right, my lord. You will have to wait with the other ambassadors for someone to come and get you. I warn you now that it may be a while before anyone comes. A new Archmage Arcane was appointed after the fighting in the tower, but I understand things are still quite chaotic. I'd also suggest that you not venture past the main chamber. The fighting may be over, but the wizards would mistake you for an intruder if you went where you were not permitted. Right now right now they are in no mood to ask questions. I'm sure you understand. I have some questions. I suppose there's no harm to that. Go ahead, my lord. Who's the new Archmage Arcane? Well, the Archmage used to be Arklum Greeth. He's gone now, and while I know someone's taken his place, I don't know who that is. The former Archmage is dead? Most likely died in the fighting, but I don't really know. You mentioned fighting. I suppose outsiders wouldn't know much about it, would you? The wizards were killing each other in the tower up until recently. I don't know what started it, and I'm certainly glad I wasn't involved. The important thing is that it's over now, though the tower is a mess. What do you mean a mess? Well, I don't mean to imply that security will be insufficient for you, my lord, so many of the wizards died in all the fighting, though. It's my understanding, too, that in the fighting there was a lot of accidents. Things will still have to be cleared up, you see. The other reason why it's dangerous for you to roam. Tell me about the host tower. Well, it's a large place, my lord. They say it's been here long before the city was, and that's magically made a long time ago. The Brotherhood made it their home about, 20 years back or so. The former Archmage Arcane made Luskan what it is now. I don't know much about the place. We guards don't go inside, usually, and don't mix with the wizard folk, which is fine by me. Do you know about the cult in the tower? A cult? No, I've heard nothing like that. These wizards have never been the religious sort in my experience. Have you heard of someone named Magram? Someone named Magram arrived here a long time ago. Asked last to speak to the wizards. Been here ever since, but I've never seen or heard of him in that time. Might be dead, I suppose. Just how large is the tower? I have no idea, my lord. Frankly, I'm not even sure the wizards do. They don't get about the tower like normal folk with stairs and halls and such. There are these lights that teleport them about the rooms inside. Tempest knows how they figure out who's allowed where or where they want to go. If you want to see one of those teleporter lights inside, I wouldn't play with it. Like I said, you may end up somewhere within the tower, and that wouldn't be good. Why is security so tight? The Brotherhood has always had tight security, my lord. They prefer their business to be their own. I'm sure that even at the height of the fighting, half of the Luskan wasn't even aware of it. That's just the way it is. Okay, goodbye. Farewell, my lord. I'm shooting off the big fireworks. Do be a doll and make that trap go away. Good job. Shield Guardian. Shield Guardian. A thing. Bless. Remember, in this game, there is no stealing. There's pickpocketing, which I guess is stealing, but that's like, yeah. Imp's prison. Unknown ring and a potion. Let's talk to you.
Wizards bring you to bargain with them? Me tells them King Albert all they needs. They not need you or nobody else.
Ambassador from Malhorand. Huh? Me not hear this place. Dumb wizards bring people from all over when all they need is Obold many arrows. Me tells them this. Who are you? Me warrior, great skill. Come to speak with wizards for King's Obold's many arrows. Greatest chieftain in the north he is. Wizards not need others like you. Who's this Obold you keep mentioning? You knows nothing. King Obold many arrows be great chieftain of Orc. He have largest clan. He call other clans to come here for war. Great army. Wizards be happy if wizards be smart. What do the wizards need from you? Me not tells. Me on important business. Speak only with wizards. How about other questions? Me not say nothing. Me important Orc, great warrior. Aboard many arrows. Send me to speak important stuff. Me only. Oh, I doubt anything then. Being an underling. What? Me no underling. Me big important warrior. Most trusted in Obold many arrows. You ask me questions. Go, ask. Me shows you how important me is. What do you know about the tower? Me not go far. Wizards kill you dead if you try to go inside. Me knows a lot about wizards, though. Lots and lots. Don't know with Arcane Brotherhood. They all wizards. Lots of wizards with more magic than Shaman Brightfist. They very rich and they fight lots with each other. Fight to rule all the lands, maybe. Wizards kill each other all for a long time, so to see who biggest wizard. Big battles in tower. Me told lots of wizards run away and not come back. New wizard take over now as biggest wizard. He tells wizards what to do. He invite Orc to come to tower, offers many things. Wants our help. He does. He's very smart. New wizard named Malgrim. Big human, very strong. Very fierce. Me not knows if he leads wizards forever. But he leads wizards for now. Malgrim is one who calls the Orc Tower. He calls many others to tower too, and is one who tells pirates in city to form armies and fight. Tell me about this Malgrim. Malgrim is very powerful for human, very dangerous. He has much magic. He does. Serves someone else too. Me not knows what he serves, but has greater power and even more than him. Many wizards now serve same one that Malgrim does. With the power Malgrim has, orcs only do good up by his side. If humans live up to bargain, that is. What has he offered you? Me likes you, but me not tells you that. You get own deal with wizards. What does he want, do you know? Malgrim make great army. He make army out of humans in city, out of barbarians, out of orcs. Many, many orcs. Wizards have great magic and fight in army. It be very powerful. What's the army for? To conquest. We take north, we be promised. First we take out human city of Neverwinter, though Malgrim want Neverwinter very bad. Malgrim say army be led by elf woman. Me not like that so much. Elves be dumb and tasty, but not good leaders. Malgrim say elf woman Aberith lead for sure though. Aberith? Not know elf woman? Here she very strong, very nasty. Maybe she not so bad. She not tell Albald what to do, though, that's for sure. How do you know that's true? Malgrim tells me himself. Me got no reason to think he lie. Why tells Orc that elf going to lead him? Let's see. if lie be big, dumb lie. You trust a traitor to lead the army? Traitor, elf, whatever. Malgrim say he has her under control real good, so me not have much to worry. If it go bad, orcs kill wizards and go home. You think the orcs will agree? Obald want long time to make big army. Orcs face human alliance, always get pushed back. We join with wizards and humans though, and maybe we win big. Obald come already though. Join army even now. No can stop. Me just here to tell wizards so. Let me ask you something else. What you want? Know anything about a cult here? Me not know nothing about no cult. Not cares neither. If wizards say they want to make war, we okays with that. Why do you have a golem here? It comes with room. Wizards say it to protect me. Needs no protection. Me great warrior. Goodbye. Wizards no need you. They only needs me. So we just learned that Aberith is now a traitor to the realm. Which is very sad. So Aberith is leading Malgrim's army. From what this orc is saying.
I will overcome.
Destroy and shoot her. Wasn't trying to, but here we are. Spoke a small journal of sorts and does not appear to have been in use for long. The entries appear to have been made by Lady Aberith. Of particular note is the last. Malgrim has assigned me to the quarter with other ambassadors, so I don't know for how long. He tells me that he only serves a greater power, and hints that I will come to revere this being far more than I ever did Tyr. I did not know if that were true. I am not sure of anything anymore except that I have fallen out of love with my Lord, my people, and my God. I am alone in a world where there is no justice and no hope, and I cannot get these thoughts out of my head. They burn my every waking moment and whisper to me in my dream. I shall go mad, I think, if I am not mad already. To do the wrong thing seems far better, however, than to do nothing at all. I am on this path now, and it goes only forward. Perhaps at its end I shall find my own justice, and then the dreams will stop. I can only hope. Aberith's journal. That is very sad. Letter to Aberith. This letter is written in a delicate hand. My dear Lady Aberith, Master Malgrim has told me that I must inform you on how to move about the host tower when you come. I do not know if you are aware, but much of the host tower is not connected in the normal fashion. We use teleporters to move from area to area. When you are in the ambassador's area, you can find the first teleporter in the far chamber. You only need to touch the portal and express your desired location, and it shall open the way for you. The second level anyone may reach, but beyond that you must have a runestone which allows your access for security, of course. The portals once open remained so for mere half minute, my lady. Hurry on through. Once has been opened and closed. This letter is a runestone that will allow you to reach Master Malgrim's private sanctum. He awaits your arrival eagerly. Your servant, Apprentice Pym. That's awful. So that's the big twist of Neverwinter. Lady Aberith ends up being a bad guy. Not good guy. Bad guy.
Okay, dokie.
Okie dokie. So trespassing's not allowed. But, you know, thieving is.
Are you another ambassador? Have these fool wizards invited everyone to their tower then? They certainly take their time with their dealings, let me warn you.
Ambassador from Mulholland. I've never heard of this place you speak of. It cannot be important. If the wizards see you before me, I shall be furious indeed. I have waited almost long enough. Who are you? I am Yanisha, the Uthgard Elk tribe. I have come to speak to those wizards at their own invitation, though they seem to intent on keeping me waiting. What do you mean? I mean these fools wish to curry favor with the Elk tribe and are doing a foul job of it. I despise waiting. Yet it seems all I do here. Can I ask you some questions? Questions, is it? Why should Yanisha answer any questions? Any of your questions, man? The business of the Elk tribe is not your own. There's no harm in talking, is there? I suppose there's not. At that, I have little else to do since the fool wizards have left me to do my own devices. Go ahead and ask me your questions if you must. What do you know of the tower? I know little, though I have not traveled beyond these quarters. Why? What does it wish to know? Tell me about the Arcane Brotherhood. Do you not know of them? They be a group of wizards wish to rule as much of the north as they can grasp, as I understand it. They have never ruled much more than Luskan itself, but that be the way of things. Their plans be kept private more than most. They involve themselves with few outsiders, or did once, until this new leader of theirs came to the fore. New leader? Aye, his name is Margrim, a fierce man. He took power amidst the great fighting. Many of the wizards lie dead in these walls, and the battles be not done. This Margrim claims victory, however, and it be he who called so many ambassadors to speak with them. Tell me about this Margrim. He does not seem normal wizard to me, though that is saying a little. He seems more madman, a servant of some strange power. What that power might be, I do not know, nor does it matter. Truly, if the wizard lives, it's up to his word. What promises he made for you? Ha! I'll suffer none of your lowlander spying. If Margrim gets what he wants, the Elk tribe gets what we want. That is all you need to know. What does he want, do you know? That I do know. He hopes to gather the forces of the north, the Elk tribe and the orcs and whoever else he can muster, and combine them with the might of the wizards and form a great army. What's the army for? To ravage the north, but especially to pluck in the ripe fruit that is the city of Neverwinter. As the wizard tells it, we shall be led by the woman Aberith, a traitor to her own kind who knows the enemy well. Their fall shall be swift. Aberith? Aye, I have met the elven woman but once. A terrible, fearsome foe she seemed. The army will follow her gladly, I think. You trust a traitor to lead the army? The elven wench steps out of line, she'll get not far. I am assured by Margrim, however, that this Aberith is quite firmly under his control. You think your people will agree? Most likely, why not? To be part of such a powerful force would be glorious indeed. We shall ravage the north with these wizards. Tell the truth, the Elk tribe already muster the deal is done, as they say. Let me ask you about something else. What do you want? What now? Have you heard of a cult? A cult? If these wizards worship anything beyond their own power, I have not heard of it. Perhaps the cult is caused the fighting here. I do not know. What is their golem room? There's one in every room placed here by the wizards to guard us. Last mage I saw referred to it as a shield guardian. Do not trouble yourself, man. They do little unless they are provoked. Alright, I'm out of here. You do well to agree with the wizard's offer, man. It shall be glorious indeed. So, we're in a wizard's tower. One of our allies, our staunchest allies, is a traitor. And everything is terrible. Sounds about right. Alrighty then. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere. Thunk. 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 Thunk.
Okay, dokie.
Is that a were leopard? That's a were cat, yeah. You do realize there's a were cat next to you, right? Badly wounded. Dead. He crit me. He dead. And we rest. Mostly so we can heal. There we are. Oh, what are we looking at here? 89.7? Well, we just got a little over 1,000, a little over 1,200 to our thing. Host Tower Portal. Second floor. Also, ow. He now is uninjured. Haha. Save that game, man. Do 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 do. Yeah.
I will overcome.
Intruder, do you have any idea who I'm for? I'm Overlord Flask Arthur, and you have Shall regret our meeting. I did not regret our meeting. Thank you for the stuff. Third floor protostone, fifth floor protostone. Find armor. Very nice. Tell me. Sixth floor. So we have second, third, fifth, and sixth floors. Yep.
Okay, ducky.
11 experience points there. Tell me, do your job. And fourth floor, so now I have all the floors.
Here comes the fleet
Let's see. All right. There were stones in the way. We need to get over here and see what's in this hallway. We're fast approaching level 14.
I love this part.
Scrap of paper is obviously written in a great hurry. Margram's forces have completely taken over the North Tower. Major Arklum is nowhere to be found. How did Margram get so many followers without being noticed? He is beyond belief. Deltagar has commanded us has commanded us to turn loose the experiments. With luck, they will be more trouble for Valinda and her men than for us. If you find this and have not succumbed to Margram's lies, flee the tower immediately. Do not fall into his hands. The secret of the Brotherhood will not be lost. We shall return. Thank you. The flames of the brazier appear to be cold and give off an aura that is unsettling as you draw near. The magic emanating from this device is almost palpable. Examine the brazier more closely. Success. You believe that the flames form a small permanent portal to the outer planes, either the Abyss or Bator. Most likely. It is no doubt the conduit that the imps and quasits have been summoned through. The portal appears to be a two-way, although anything entering from this side would have to be very small. There is no way of bodily to move through it. Put a piece of rubber into the flame. Put a small piece of rubber stone and put it into the flames. With a small burst of light, the stretch brimstone, the stone disappears. You can see a faint aftermage of the stone beyond the flames, but only for a moment. You likely don't want to keep placing anything in there you intend to keep. Examine the brazier more closely. You believe the flame's small permanent portal. Okay, leave the brazier alone for now.
Here comes Halfling Death!
Book explains the focus lab found on this level summoned powerful weapon. The arcane ritual appears to mention two ingredients to be placed within the alchemist's apparatus, a gargoyle skull and a slad's tongue. It is not clear what the spell is meant to catalyst, but the summon item and final line reads, the spell magic is essence from the components and you may reap the reward. Okay, I have both those things. That's tongue. Gargoyle skull.
I love this part!
Got just under 850 till the next level now. So that's a start. Okay. Let them fight each other. Alright, look at all this. Dispel the magical essences from the components that you may reap the rewards. So, cast a spell. Two. A spell. Okay. I cast the spell, it didn't work, so I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. Does that say 51 damage? Yeah, it did. Thick volume filled with numerous details of the plan and experiments on the Arcane Brotherhood is performing at request of Archmage Arklum Greeth. Most of the entries go into exhaustive detail. It seems the wizards have attuned several portals to the Visible and Hellish planes, attempting to research the eternal blood war being carried out between demons and devils. No conclusion seems to have been drawn, but it is pointed out in several places that one of the curious properties of the portal is that their attunement is easily disrupted by materials of opposing planes. One wizard warns that trying actually to send materials from one plane through to the wrong portal could be highly destructive. Huh. Same book. It's good they're getting a bunch of experience points. Right now, just where we're at. I mean, we are where we're at. To the 4th floor. Okay. Armor of Comfort. Let's see. Sonic Mace. Let's go ahead and rest here, get our spells back. In terms of the game, we're doing pretty well. Gaining money. Stuff is going pretty well. Tommy's not dead anymore. Corpse of Artano Geth. This is a general and minor wizard in the Arcane Brotherhood, Artano Geth. His notes are sporadic and personal, detailing dislike of certain tutors, his tribulations in learning certain magics, and his suspicions over Margrim. His most recent entry is the one of the greatest relevance. I should never have joined Romardo. The Archmage disappeared almost as soon as Margrim began his campaign in the tower, meaning we were left to fend for ourselves. None of us thought that the man's influence was spread so deeply, yet it was. After all fighting was done, I found myself on the losing side, so now I must slave away with Romardo on these bloody golems. Today I finished work on Replication Rod, though I surely shall receive no congratulations for it. When it is placed together with the control rod in Replication Chamber, the magic start an automatic creation cycle. A golem is formed in a fraction of the time it would once have taken it. It is powerful as well. I've told Romardo several times that we should be careful to retain control over these golems, lest they break through the magical barrier around the inner sanctum here. He doesn't heed my warnings naturally. Bah, I would do anything to not have to slave away for that full Margrim anymore. Note. The note was handwritten, dated shortly after the events of the tower were likely taking place. It reads, "Please inform the apprentices that they are no longer dump their failed alchemical experiments into the sewer. One can only wonder how this potion affects the water under the city. Signed, indecipherable." Golem control rod.
No can do. It's done.
I'm not seeing anything there. However, I'm seeing plenty here. It just died. Yeah, this is rough. Let's see if we can get rid of these guys. There we go. Okay. Alright, let's see where we're at here. Oh, shit. Might as well rest again now. I hit the wrong button. I feel like I'm going to cast Bless, and I'm going to leave it because they can dispel Bless, and that would be bad not to have my other spells ready to go. So there's the replication rod. So now I have both. Can't touch that. There we go. There is someone in there just casting stupidly high magic. Like it is unimaginably high magic. Okay. This is what we call disastrous. Will you die? Can I get another hit on? Who is just leveling me with fireballs? They're like fireball, fireball, fireball. Okay. Oh my goodness.
We are fortunate that you have found the location of this cult, hiding amongst the wizards of Luskan's host tower. Go there and do what...
A sign. I'll go +3, takes care of my expenses, so that's good. Yeah.
Here comes Halfling Death!
Oh, you are just the worst. This letter is written in a tight script. It addresses Romardo. It reads the following: The last war golem of your creation went berserk and killed almost the entire battalion of orcs. Needless to say, King Obod was not impressed. Ensure that the next 3 war golems you deliver to the army are more stable, or the consequences shall be unpleasant, to say the least. It is signed, Magra, Archmage Arcane. Map. Character sheet. There we go. Hey, I survived. It was not easy, but I survived. Remember, if the game glitches out on me, I do apologize. Another 19 health. Like there's some stuttering going on right now.
It's done.
Shaka Khan. So we took care of him. Fifth floor. Okay. Hey, Tommy, come here. For not to get trapped. Thank you. Ah, cultists. I did 21 damage to the cultist. And now the cultist is dead. An under-wizard. Owie. Okay. Oh, I whiffed. I didn't whiff that time, though. Broke his back. Your righteous wrath, huh? How about mine? Alright. Character sheet. Got 49 to the next level. Ooh. Okie dokie, smoky. We aren't glitching like we were. I would speak to you.
A rather delicious-looking mortal, is it? What a treat. Please don't tell me you're one of the fools toadying after Mothra.
Who are you? You don't know who I am, male? Well, that certainly means that you aren't native to the Brotherhood, a stranger then. So you aren't one of Mogrim's. I would know if you were one of Alcrum's. The only question, then, how did you come to be this deep in the Tower Host? I'm an adventurer exploring. An evasive answer, and far from the truth, no doubt. Or do you truly expect me to believe that you purposely wandered past the Tower's wards? Oh, I suppose it's possible that Morgrim was stupid enough that he removed the spells from the bridge, but I doubt it. Regardless, who am I to question your word? I would be more than willing to answer your questions in full, or do whatever else you wish, but first I would ask to boon view. Do you see the brazier on this side of the room? It contains a spell that keeps me from leaving. Would you be so kind as to destroy it? Why would I want to help you? Well, let's see. I still have a magic item if you'd like it, or would you prefer a reward more personal? That does sound good. No, that's enough. So it's greed, is it? Well, there's all kinds of things you would no doubt like to have right here in the tower, with no particular guarding them. I can offer you plenty, more than you suspect, I imagine, if you simply help me to free myself from this prison. What do you say? I don't know, you're telling the truth. Do you believe I would stand here in this room for some reason, waiting for the odd chance that you might stumble upon me, perhaps? There's no way to prove my words, I suppose. You are free to ask whatever you like, of course. Why don't you destroy the brazier yourself? I'd be perfectly capable of doing so, I assure you, if I could reach it. Unfortunately, this spell restricts my movement, falls just short of the brazier. It would have been rather foolish to Markham to set my prison up otherwise, don't you agree? Why were you imprisoned and not killed? That is difficult to explain. Killing me would not serve Margram's purposes. What do you mean? I mean, while it would be an inconvenience to me, it would not prevent me from searching for Oglam, which Margram hopes to prevent. Meaning you're not human at all, then. A clever little male you are. Indeed, I shall not fill you in the blanks, however. You know what you know. It makes no difference, however. I'll let you have more questions from you. Tell me now, will you destroy the brazier or not? Sure. Naturally, please proceed. I'm eager to be away from this cramped little room.
What is the delay? Surely you cannot tell me you are having difficulty destroying the brazier.
I'm not sure I should, actually. And why is that? I am asking you to do nothing serious. Would you do it or not? The trick isn't the brazier will explode or something. Why would I want to help you? I don't believe it is anything other than a regular brazier that Magnum anchored a spell to. You are free to investigate it for yourself, however. If it does explode, that would be incredibly inconvenient, seeing as I would be caught in the same explosion as you. Alright, I'll do it. That's a relief. Please proceed to... I am eager to be away from this cramped little room.
Back to wherever.
You have done well. Malgrim will be chagrined to know that some adventurers stumbled in to rescue me from this spell. I am eager to be off in search of Malgrim. It would be difficult to say where he might have hidden himself in this condition. Regardless, the tower will be ours again in time. As for you, you did your part. You freed me, and the reward is yours by right. Take this item and go. I suggest that you not still be present in the host tower when I return.
I got stuff. What else? I am still not level 14. Just saying. I'm not sure it makes me happy. And if the game does freeze and crash the stream, that'd just be the end of the stream. So be aware if I just suddenly disappear, it's because this game crashed. Yeah, screw it. There's cultists over here we can deal with. Oh, they exploded that.
Back to I will overcome.
Ow. Magic circle, a buck. Money, money, money. 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 What is taking so long to level up? Oh, feed on your pain and terror. A battle devourer. It's not quite an intellect devourer, but it's not good. There we go. That was scary. Alright, let's level up to 14 with our cleric. Character sheet, level up. Cleric. You know what, level up. Is our weapon master? No. No, Purple Dragon Knight. Well, not very good options there. Cleric. Concentration, cleric. There we go. We can do better than 10. So we can do better than 10. Seven definitely isn't good enough. There we go, 11. That's what I wanted. So I got to 160. Made 105,000 to level 15. So that'll be not anytime soon. No, no, no. 4th and 5th level spells. Let's see. Cure critical wounds. Freedom of movement. Divine power. Hammer of the gods. Hello. Hello. The 4th of July is beginning. So we'll put restoration on there. And where's that other one? Monstrous regeneration. Battle Tide. Create an aura, steals energy from your enemies. Your enemies suffer a -2 circumstance penalty on saves, attack rolls, damage rolls once entering the aura. Casting gain +2. Boom. Slay the living. Spot resistance, summon creature. Choosing monstrous regeneration. No. Raise dead. That's not useful. That's a necromancy. It's not my style. There we go. Battle Tide is now in my thing. Go ahead and make it a thing. Now I have a Battle Tide, which is good for boss fights. Like that last fight, it would have been useful to have. So, now we have it. I approve. What's behind door number 2? We don't know yet. Kaboom!
It's done.
Ooh, these are rough. Of course they diseased me. Missed it by that much. Kaboom! Let's head on back, get Tommy. Let's see. Okay, we've dealt with that before. Nice Talon. Wish I could share that with my whatchamacallit. We will adjust accordingly in a minute. 208. Okay. I'm surprised at level 14. That just exploded on me. I need healing like now. Do it to it.
I will overcome. It's done. It's done. It's done. Okay, dokie. It's done.
8th floor portal. Alright. I am having a good time with this game. I really enjoyed it. This is as far as I've ever made it in this game, so I'm having fun. Definitely gonna cast Bless though. Sixth floor. Open up. Hi, Minotaur. Bye, Minotaur. Any other Minotaurs want to fight me? Almost 80,000 gold.
Okay, dokie.
That was a big trap, by the way. That thing was massive.
It's done. My attack is denied? You are so gonna feel some wrath.
Alright, well. There we go. That's the boss. Alright, let's go. Good news is she wasted a lot of her spells on healing and not on killing me.
My attack is denied?
Oh. Why are you not healing yourself? I need you to be somewhat more healthy, buddy. And I need to be somewhat more healthy. Well, I took out a problem, but I don't know. How I'm gonna heal.
Oh, it's done.
I guess there's a bad guy in here.
You are so gonna feel some wrath. Oh, it's done.
Ooh, another Warhammer. Now they're coming fast and furious. I like the idea of another potential bonk.
Oh, it's done.
Okay, here we go. Done and done. 3 experience points.
Okay, dokie.
Taking care of business and working overtime. Alright.
Oh, it's done.
Sapphire and Boots of Striding. +4 Constitution. Hang on. What are my boots? I mean, that's cool and all, but yeah. My AC went down 1, but I mean, my Constitution went up to 18. Which is massive, by the way. I have 20 plus strength, 18 constitution, a whole lot of everything, so we're doing pretty darn well. Took out the problem in this room. Okay, that door opened.
Oh, it's done.
He undid a trap. It's about to get very loud because it's getting darker. And it is the 4th of July, so you'll be hearing a lot of booms because of the fireworks. So, we have the 7th floor, the 8th floor, and then the pinnacle. Tower floor 7. Yeah, this has been a very fun game. I'm really surprised how good this is. But I really shouldn't be. It's BioWare. Old school BioWare. You tried to drop kick me.
Okay, dokie.
It's really fun. We're fighting minotaurs. I find that incredibly fun. Tommy, how you doing? You got this, Tommy? Yeah, there's a lot of enemies I'm gonna have to kill to level up again. That's just the reality of it. That's how it should be. I'm level 14 for crying out loud. I am... Like Baldur's Gate 3, you can only get to level 12 without mods. Warden. Thank you for sneak attacks. Yeah, his sneak attack was very useful. Do. Mine. Katana +2. Prison key. Okay. That was a good one. There we go. Keep them coming. Like I said, stream suddenly ends. It's because my game broke, and that'd be the end of the stream. Because I've been going at it for almost 3 hours, so it could happen. Just about everything a man needs in this world, something. Oh, my friend, time when you spend together, good friends. It's an unknown speaker. Oh, Fred, you killed me. That's the best joke I've ever heard. Just about everything a man needs in this world can you find right here. Food, shelter, and regular beatings. That's the life for me, Fred. Well, Fred, how does the time... Let's see. Well... That was weird. good. All of them out there to get me. I think I don't know, but I do. Never understood the power of hate keeps a man warm inside. I see they finally come to murder me, shut me up, make me the problem, and will go away. Well, I won't let them. No, I will make them swoon their own blood. Well, he was a crazy person. I have the prison keys, so... Tell me to take care of this for me. So this one. A summoned dire bear. Oh, that's terrifying. Oh crap, it's a lich. I have something that can take care of a lich. Me. Ow. Oh boy. That was a powerhouse. Okay, so we're gonna have to definitely be careful about that. Ah, we're erupting out there. Yeah. Excuse me. I think it's been a minute since I saved. A gray slot, okay. Deltager Zellhound, uninjured.
Strike me as the type to be one of Morgan's followers. You're not, are you?
Are you a prisoner here? Aye, Morgan had thrown me in here for refusing to join his cause. My name is Deltar Zellhound, former over-wizard of the Brotherhood. Tell me, might you be able to free me from my cell? How do I know this isn't some ruse? A ruse? Do you believe Margram stocks his cells with cultists on the off chance that someone might invade the house tower and free them? Please, sir, all I want to do is get out of here. Can I have some information first? I shall tell you whatever I can. I admit, however, that I know little of what has occurred since Margram put me in the cell. What happened here in the tower? Isn't it obvious? Margram has taken over the host tower and forced Archmage Algrim to flee. It was not done without a great battle, but we have lost. How did Margram manage to take over? Margram came to us many months ago, and I do not know from where. He claimed to have uncovered some mysterious power that he would share with us. He was very secretive about the nature of his power, of course, but the Arkham was too eager to care. Margram joined the Brotherhood and began training students. We did not know it, but each of the students he taught surely fell under his sway. They joined him, worshipping the power of his, and the cult spread. When Margrim finally tipped his hand, it was too late for us to do anything but try and fight back. The tower was his, and along with it, Luskin. What does he want the tower for? Well, on the surface it would look like he wants to use the resources of the wizards for some great war he's concocting. He intends to invade Neverwinter. Of that I have little doubt, even if I don't know what he's done in recent weeks. It's not power that he seeks specifically, however. Something is in Neverwinter that he seeks. What is this power that he worships? I do not know exactly. Some old god, perhaps? A demon? He did not reveal the nature to anyone but Alclum, and Alclum was very excited about the possibilities. What is he looking for? Words of power belonging to some ancient tongue. Margrim claimed that these words are hidden in the oldest ruins in the north. I have never heard of such things myself, and why he would want one of them might, and why he would think one of them might be a Neverwinter eludes me. If these words of power truly exist, one has to wonder what they might do. That, too, I don't know, but I believe it is the power he serves who wishes them, and not Margrim himself. Who's this Alclum? Do you know where he is? Alclum was once Archmage Arcane, the Brotherhood. He fled just as Margrim began his campaign. None of us were even aware he had fled. I haven't a clue as to where he might be. He's plotting, no doubt, to remove Margrim from his usurped position, if that's even possible. The fight appears to still be ongoing. Is it? Well, then I'm in prison for a week ago. It was obvious that we had lost. If they're still fighting, then it is our desperation and nothing else. Before I was captured, I made sure that teleporter Dwemer was disrupted, and I engineered the release of some of our more dangerous experiments. That may have kept Margrim busy, but to make no mistake, he controls the house tower completely. I'm going to ask something else. What do you want to know? Tell me what you know about the cult. Margrim was not recruited as followers in a regular sense. He has some hold over them. Not mind control, but certainly something goes beyond mere worship. They are all loyal to him, and strange power he serves the most fantastic sense. What their end purpose might be, I can't imagine. What do they want? Ultimately, Margrim intends to tear apart the North and search for these words of power that his mistress wishes. What the words of power are exactly, or what their use might be, that I didn't know. Margrim is desperate to find them, however. I believe he may already have one. There is another in Neverwinter, or so I surmise, and that is the reason he wishes to invade it. Alright. Who are the Margrim supporters here? From I gather, Margrim has support from over half of the wizards in the host tower. Mostly the young ones, but they have considerable numbers. I suspect he has sent most of them throughout the north to search for his precious words, but no doubt there are many left here. I heard that Valindra's Shadowmantle joined his side before I fell. If that's true, she will be of great use to him, she being over-wizard herself. Who is Valindra's Shadowmantle? A young sorceress who was once one of Arkhem's greatest supporters. She was much knowledge of the tower, which was no doubt been benefit to Margrim. Well, I already killed her, so sucks to suck. Would you be able to find your own way out on your own? Yes, one can teleport out of the towers, just not into them. I can leave and return to strike back at the fiend Margrim as soon as possible. Then you're free to go. Thank you. Thankfully, I can still teleport away from here and return to fight to Margrim later. I wish you well, sir. Bye! Well, he seemed nice. La la la. And this level of the tower is complete. Let's see. So we're under we're just about 13,000 away from leveling up. Just see 10 cleric, 4 fighter. Doing well. Our equipment gives us most of our stats. Like we have 25 strength, 18 constitution, and 15 charisma. The 16 wisdom are mine. I put that on there. For reasons. 8th and final regular 4 before the pinnacle. And the fight with Mogrim will begin. Okay. Holy cow, there's a bunch of people here. Let's do it. Of course, there's a succubus. There we go. Are we able to rest? We are. Okay. Yeah, these fireworks are going to go long into the night tonight. As they should.
Okay, dokie. It's done.
I fell in a trap, and I can't look back. Because I love you too much, baby, do. Tower shield. Why can't you see, da? What you doing to me? La 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 la. Even word I'm saying. There. A trap. Alright, looks like everything's accounted for on this floor. Now it is. That was a wild time. Let's go ahead and pop a rest here. So we're at the pinnacle. We're as high up as we go. Hey, you. I see the fly in the wall. Oh my gosh, he's a lich. Oh no. I see the fly in the ointment has finally arrived. And who are you? Someone who's been following your progress throughout the tower with a great deal of interest, dear man. You show remarkable determination. I've been in contact with my dear Neverwinter. She has told me much about you. Sadly, she has not been able to reach my old sanctum as you have, or I would have already been free. You are Arkham Grin, then, the former Archmage Arcane. So my own reputation precedes me. Yes, you have the right of it. Little mortal, I fled the tower to Margrim when Margrim showed up. It's true intention, but not quickly enough. Margrim has power you cannot even imagine. His mistress favors him, and even the power granted me by this form could not resist his capture in the end. You're a lich, an undead thing. Indeed. Do not get yourself in a huff about it, mortal. At the moment our interests rather coincide, don't you think? Free me as this magical prison, mortal, and you assist me, and I shall assist you. Why would I free you? Why, indeed. How about this, my unimaginative human friend? You see the door that leads beyond my sanctum? Have you tried to open it? It's locked tightly, with spells that I'm positive that you have no ability to break. I happen to know that Margrim lies beyond it. He's the only one you came here for, no? I created spells that hold the door. I can open it for you, but only if I am free. That it's either that or you are certainly free to return whence you came, in failure. So what do you say now, mortal? Do you really have a choice? I have some questions first. Naturally, go ahead, mortal. I'd be interested to hear what you have to ask. What do you know about Margrim and his cult? Now that's an interesting question. I myself have wondered much about the nature of Margrim's mistress. How is it that she gives him such power? The plague was loosed to strengthen her, you see. Each death in Neverwinter fed her with new life force, and I know she seeks even more power yet. Margrim is desperate to find what calls the word of power. They are ancient artifacts, I believe, 4 in total, though I have never heard of them before Margrim himself made the mention. He holds only one, but his mistress wishes them all. What these words of power would do for Margrim and his mistress, one can only guess. I'm sure you can. It would amuse me to see if you halt their efforts, if that's your goal. Have you another question? What do you know about Margrim and his cult? Yeah, I just asked that. Do you know if Aberith is with Margrim? The elven blackguard? Indeed, she came with him and lies beyond the door. If you hurry, you just might catch her. Have you another question? Why is Margrim keeping you captive? Why not kill you? There are many secrets of this tower that are yet mine alone. Margrim knew what I knew, he would have already be aware of you, and would not have made it so far. He would not have made it so far. Consider yourself lucky. If I didn't think you might actually cause a problem for the fool, I might have been amused to warn Margrim of your presence. Have you another question? Will you be willing to help me fight Margrim? Certainly not. You are on your own with foolish quest. I intend to leave this tower and regroup elsewhere, my dear Nymphitis. With luck, you will at least weaken Margrim, or at least drive him from this tower. I intend to take advantage of that in time. That's enough questions. I'd rather kill you where you stand, creature. Oh, truly, you are an amusing one, mortal. You can certainly try to kill me. Spells Margrim has developed me and keep me here would prevent your success, but you're free to try. Wouldn't you rather discuss your options or lack thereof instead of, How do I get you out of there, then? You see the 4 braziers that surround me? They sustain the magic that Margrim keeps me held within. Much the same manner that Nymphitis was held. They are protected by their own magic. too much for me to overcome on my own. If you were to damage them, however, and I was to add my power to yours, they could be destroyed and I freed. Attack them, however, if you wish, and I will turn my own efforts toward aiding you. Then I shall open the door to my sanctum for you, and I shall leave. How do I know I can trust you? What's to keep you from killing me afterwards? You can certainly try if you're wishful. I will not remain here long enough for you to break through my own protections, however, I can assure you. Go then. I tire of this cage. I would see Margrim dance before whatever human fury you can muster. Well, this is just awful. Well, he's injured. So that's a good thing. Badly wounded. Oh, there's some big ones in the distance. Another experience points. Nice. I have no shot of killing a lich. A great fire elemental, huh? Yeah, crap baskets. Jeez. I mean, I've already got that ring. It's another hammer of justice. Okay. Quarterstaff +2. We're to the point now where those light potions aren't going to do me any good. Rain, sapphire. Okay. I need my healing spells back. Fire elemental was not pleasant. So it's near dead. It is dead. So that is half of the things out of my way. Let's go ahead and get Tommy healed up. Takes care of the fire elemental. That was not easy. That's the thing, they scale to your level, so it's a level 14 monster, which is no real joke. Like, that's a pretty good, decent monster to fight. Alright, let's see here. Okay, we'll cast Bless. So there's that. What do we got? Oh, that's terrifying. I mean, it's easy to hit, but it's very, like, beefy. It has a lot of hit points. So, easy to hit, not easy to kill necessarily, but we did it. Let's go ahead and rest and we'll get Tommy his hit points back. Level 14, Tommy's gonna be kind of a boss. Level up, buddy. Put them skills to the test. Oof, okay. What, you jump for joy there, bud? That was rough, but very good. It's nice having a new hammer. It is done. I am free at last. Would that I could visit vengeance upon Margrim for this dignity myself. I give you thanks for my freedom, mortal. I shall open the door to my own sanctum. You may deal with Margrim at your leisure. Do not be here, however, when I return. And he's gone. This is going to be a fight. Because first, we have to take out What's-Her-Face. Good old What's-Her-Face. Oh yeah, this is pleasant. This doesn't look horrible at all. Look at all those awful creatures. Note. By nature, the note is clear that the body upon which it was found was that of a spy in Aaron Gann's employ. His mission had been to protect Lady Aberth from hidden danger that may have befallen her. Well, not great. Alright, mister. Let's get... No. No. Oh, not great. Erebeth has fallen and betrayed us all, and Margrim has escaped. Not great, Bob. Well, I survived the fight. But I lost my friend. Alright, well, let's see what we can sell off here. Shadow Legion armor. Not for me. Okay.
We are fortunate that we have found the location of this cult, in amongst the wizards of this cursed tower. It is now clear how they possess so much power and stealth.
I discovered all I can about the cult in the host tower.
Again, my friend. I knew your precious faith in me was well justified. Come then, tell me what you have learned.
Tell them about Mogram and Erebus' betrayal.
This enemy is far more elusive than I suspected of him. The name of this Margaret is unfamiliar to me. As is this creature you describe as his mistress. Lady Erebeth has fallen to become a black and even leads their gathering army is far worse than anything I had feared. Dire news indeed. But what of this Margram's purpose, my friend? Are you able to discover anything of the reasoning behind all this madness?
Tell them about the word of power.
Perhaps the first good news we have heard so far. It shows us that we are ignorant of much. We must catch up quickly if we are to survive. Come then. Let us return to Lord Nashor quickly and relate what you have discovered. Then perhaps we will see what must be done next.
Alright. So ends Act 2.
Within the host tower of the arcane, the enemy was finally revealed. The grim purifier, the one responsible for the royal death. And with this revelation, a second betrayal. Wrath, driven mad by his execution, sought vengeance by joining Margaret's cause. Together, they roused a fearsome army and prepared to descend upon Neverwinter. But an even greater evil threatened the city. The words of power, remnants of ancient magic long forgotten, were being sought by Mogram's followers to bring devastation to the north. Neverwinter's champions were sent to the northern wastes of the Uthgard tribes to unearth these lost artifacts. For if Mogrim were to find the words of power first, the city of the north would surely fall.
This has become something of a habit, has it not? Once more, Neverwinter is threatened, and once more you are called upon to save us all. This time, I report him directly
It's an honor to serve Neverwinter, Aaron.
Neverwinter has need of all her allies now, whether they serve for honor, duty, or gold. I have examined the reconnaissance reports of my operatives in the field, and the situation is grim indeed.
There's the hometown fireworks. They're lighting it up now. That's the finale.
Massing armies of mercenaries have infiltrated the village. Waging wars that last even only destruction. Perhaps even more tragic the reports of orcs sent by Uthgar tribes joining Erebeth and the Luster army to pillage and plunder.
I can't believe Erebeth betrayed Neverwinter.
Had been more observant, Erebeth's return would not have been such a surprise. She was never the same after Finrod's execution. She had learned. But one wonders if you did not first tell her worst of her suffering. But I can say certainly times now. Erebeth has vowed revenge against Neverwinter. The pain of her loss makes her blind to everything else. It is up to us to see she does not get the revenge she seeks. The Lord's alliance has come to our aid. Without them, our plague-weakened city would already have come under siege. And several of the Uthgards stand with us. The Red Tiger and Black Tiger tribes have made arrangements with the Red as well, in Uthgar embassy. But if you are best left to the generals in the field, you have a much more important mission.
No spies learn anything on Mogrim.
Reports I have heard of Margaret indicate he is not with the Luskan army. It seems he is content to leave the battles to Erebeth. I believe Erebeth and the Luskan invaders want to decoy him, a distraction to draw our troops and resources away from the conflict.
A decoy?
It has not been easy to gather information on Margaret's camp, but we know they are frantically searching for the ancient artifacts of Erebeth's hymns of the power. Though we do not yet know what these words are, or why Margaret desires them, we know there are at least 3 of these artifacts. We must not let them fall into the hands of the cult. You must find these ancient words before Margaret does. If you do not, then I fear any victory by the Lord's alliance will prove meaningless.
Any idea where I should begin looking for the words of power?
Reports of Margaret's followers searching throughout the land. The hills and mountains to the north, the forests to the west, even the sprawling farmlands to the south. I wish I had more evidence for you. Perhaps you can learn more from Lillian Kingdom, an expert on ancient artifacts who claims to have some knowledge of the matter. Lillian has promised to offer whatever help she can to any of my agents in this matter. You could probably find her in the tavern in the southeast corner of the camp. I know this may seem an impossible task, but I can think of no other person I would rather have undertaken this mission than you.
And what should I do once I find these words of power?
Find one of the words, bring it back to me here. My underground network will transport it to the safety of Lord Nashor's castle.
Anything else?
There is nothing more I can do. Even the little information I have came at great cost. I will do my best to make it good for the
Where can I get some supplies?
has been set up to serve as a base for our effort and those searching for the words of power. In the various buildings, you will find whatever type of store you require.
I'll be going.
The very survival of Neverwinter may depend on it.
Oh, for crying out loud. There we go. So, 12,500 experience to our next level at 15. We're 2 levels away from another point in strength. We're doing well. We're doing well.
Nice to see you again. That cheerful pen fellow brought you here too, huh? Looking for some work? words of power or something?
It's good to see you too again, Tommy. I was going to take a long hike and look around for my old friend Sammy. I bet he's around here somewhere, but somehow I knew we'd bump into each other again. Well, to make the story short, I kind of caught doing something I shouldn't when I was somewhere I shouldn't have been, so Mr. Gend said I had to come and help her here, or else. Figures that you'd be here too, my lord, with you being great hero and all. Bet you didn't have to come like I did either. Do you know anything about the words of power, Tommy? Me? Heck no. You might want to try it off to the codwood and check it out, though. Why? Well, there's always tales of strange things out in those woods. I passed through more than a month back, and I remember seeing some ruins off the path. My guide said they belonged to some wealthy mage who locked herself away there long ago, and that she used to collect a lot of strange things, so who knows? An old acquaintance of mine is in that area, too. Name's Vash. I wouldn't trust him further than I could throw him, which ain't far, but he knows the cold wood well. I think you should join me again. Okie dokie, my lord.
What can Tommy do for?
Leveled up. There you are, buddy.
What can Tommy?
Just wanted to talk. Have you always been a rogue, Tommy? Funny you should ask that, my lord. I was an urchin on the streets of Calimport first and foremost, and that's where I learned my street smarts, but it wasn't always that way. In fact, when I was a tender young lad, a kindly human wizard saw great promise in me and took me in. I was his apprentice, in fact, for quite some time. That's where I met my best friend Sammy, after all. He was another apprentice. I should have been a full wizard myself. Things had worked out. Well, we're wrong. Well, you know, you can take a lad out of the street, but you can't take the street out of the lad. I wasn't much for books and studying and all. That wizard, what was his name? Halisher? He saw something in me that I never saw. Said I'd make a great wizard whether I liked it or not. I thought I'd make a wonderful thief if I could be invisible and fly around all the time. I just couldn't wait. Halisher had all these pretty things in his tower, unfortunately. So you stole them? Of course I stole them. What kind of rogue do you think I am? Got a good price on the streets, too. Even Halisher beat me black and blue by the time I returned. Once I swiped Halisher's spellbook and sold it for a pretty price. Boy, was the old man furious. There was a storm brewing around the tower by the time I got back. Of course, I had to lie and say that Sammy took the book. Come to think of it, that's how Sammy got kicked out of the apprenticeship. You got your friend kicked out? Well, he wasn't much of a wizard, and old Sammy wasn't my friend back then anyway. I made it up to him by becoming his pal later, once I stopped being his apprentice. Heh. And my apprenticeship is quite the story itself. I should tell you about it sometime, my lord, if you're interested. That would be later, though. Right now we got a city to save, right? Was it telling a story, my lord? Oh, right. About the end of my apprenticeship with Halishar. Well, the wizard's funny a lot. You know, no self-respecting thief would go poking his nose into places where it's sure to get cut off. But wizards run like moths into bonfires. Alistair was no different. He didn't want me to find out, of course, but I had a way of sneaking around his tower without him knowing, and I saw him summoning demons. Demons? So he was an evil man, then? I don't know about evil. We are talking about Calamshan here. I knew of two noblemen alone who had a succubus doing their house cleaning. Anyway, this demon seemed harmless enough, Halister, and it had some laughs, and it tickled the mage's belly until he was giggling like a schoolgirl. So after Haliston dismissed it and left, I decided I would call upon the demon and see just how much riches he could give me. It really didn't seem like such a big thing at the time. You consorted with a demon? Sheesh, you make it sound like we got married and ran off to the Dales to live in bliss. I only summoned it once, my lord, gosh. So I read a bit of the wizard's book and summoned the demon, right? Well, the demon looked all surprised to see me, and he just laughs and laughs and laughs. I asked him what's so damn funny, right? And he says, well, you little one. He has a big mouth, booming voice, and all I think is, boy, I'm going to be so rich. So what happened? Well, I shouted at him and demanded he make me rich, right? And he laughs again, so I say you better make me powerful. Then, figuring that's maybe just as good. So he laughs again. Finally, he calms down and he says, "Okay," and gives me a magic wand. Says that it will give me all the power I need, and poof, he's gone. Boy, that wand got me into so much trouble. Why, what did it do? I'll have to tell you about the wand did some later time, maybe. Let's just say Hallister wasn't too happy about it. Anyway, I'm sure we have more important things to do, right, my lord? Maybe later, okay. So that is Tommy.
Greetings and well met. It is good to look upon you once more. No doubt Aaron again has brought you to aid in the search for the words of power.
It's good to see you too, Dalen Red Tiger. After Erebus' betrayal, I meant to travel in the north in search of a quest to prove myself to my tribe. Yet, even as we parted ways, I suspected we would meet once more, sir. And then I heard of Aaron Gen's call for all those who would serve the cause of Neverwinter to join the Lord's Alliance here at Barona as well, a holy place to the Uthgard, and I thought that might be the sign from my gods. After you have done with Neverwinter, I knew you would be here, sir. That is why I came, to join with you once more. I feel our fates are bound together. Do you know anything about the words of power, Dalen? I have heard nothing of these words. The recent events concerning the Uthgard Elk tribe might be worth investigating. How so? The Elk tribe has allied itself with the Luskan forces. As incredible as it sounds, they have attacked Fort Ickard and settlers' farms to the south. I am of the Red Tiger tribe, but there are values and beliefs common to all Uthgard people. We are warriors and hunters, not bloodthirsty savages. The Uthgard are people of honor. I believe some evil force is at work, a dark taint that has polluted the noble spirit of the Elk tribe. There can be no other explanation for their actions. I only mention the Elk tribe because you asked, sir. If you allow me to join you once more, I will of course follow wherever you choose to go. I'd be honored to have you join up with me again, Dalen. And once more, my blade is yours to command, sir. Yep. Yeah, level up. Let's talk. Wouldn't mind knowing your thoughts on the Erebus betrayal and what you think she did it. There are some who claim Erebus betrayal Neverwinter, but out of grief. Others say she seeks vengeance. Fenthic's death out of some perverse sense of justice. There's even some of those who say she was driven mad by Fenthic's execution and is not aware of what she's doing. But I think something else drives her now. What do you think your reason is? Neverwinter has turned its back on her. The city rejected her and its people cast her out. There is no pain so great as being turned away by those you want to take you in. What are you talking about? They never turned her out. Perhaps not, but Erebus no doubt felt that they did. The people blamed Fenthic enough to kill him. How could she not feel they despised her as well? And then Lord Nasher sent her to Port Last and Aaron Gend. It was obvious Lord Nasher wanted an excuse to send her away from the city. No doubt he thought it was best to calm the people and keep Erebus from suffering their wrath as Fenthic did. But in her grief she could have seen it as a cold and brutal rejection, a symbolic banishment. That's no excuse for betrayal. I'm not saying what Erebus did was right, or even justified, but there is a tale among the Uthgard, an ancient legend of consequence and betrayal. Fenthic's execution and Erebus' betrayal remind me of the tale of my own people. I hope Neverwinter does not suffer the same fate as the Uthgard. What fate would that be? Perhaps later I will tell you. I want to talk for a while. My strength and weapon is not words, sir. I want to continue the story. We should focus on finding the words of power, but I suppose I could spare some time and share the legend of my people you mentioned earlier. I want to hear it. In ancient times, all Uthgard tribes were one, a mighty nation under the great hero King Uthgar. Uthgar is the name of my Nords in Skyrim, like all of them. Our people were indomitable in battle. None dared stand against Uthgar. When he wielded his great spear, it is said no weapon could harm him when he was brandished the spear over his head. Go on. But against our greatness, the armies of our enemy massed goblins, orcs, ogres, and other creatures too foul to mention. A dark host marched forth from the mountains to battle Uthgar and his people. According to the tale, there was a young boy who desired nothing more than to be a great hero of the Uthgard. When news of the invasion came, he swore he would join the ranks of the men as a warrior. He was a mere child, not even a youth, when the warriors told him to stay with the women and infants. But the boy was brave and stubborn. He would not accept this. What did the boy do? In the night before the battle, the boy crept into Uthgar's tent and stole his magic spear. Then the boy marched out into the darkness to face the horde alone. But he was a child and did not even know where he was going. Soon he became lost in the woods. In the morning, Uthgar woke to find his spear gone. He was forced to march against the enemy without it. The battle raged fierce and bloody, and many warriors fell before the enemy broke and fled. But even victory came with a terrible cost for Uthgar. Father of our people was felled by an arrow through his eye. What about the boy with the spear? After many days, the boy found his way back to the camp. Those who saw him with the spear quickly understood what had happened, and they blamed him for the Uthgar's death. They cast him out forever, banishing him from the tribe. The boy fled, taking the spear with him. He had only wanted to prove himself a warrior. He had only wanted to help defend the tribe. His motives were honorable, but his actions had tragic consequences, and Uthgar could not forgive him, just as Neverwinter could not forgive Penthric. But the tale does not end there. How does it end? The boy vanished. He was never seen again, and neither was Uthgar's spear, the symbol of a source of Uthgar's nation's power and might. Without the spear, my people were vulnerable, and our enemies fell upon us. The great nation of Uthgar was splintered into smaller tribes. Never again would we know the glory of our past. Had the Uthgar forgiven the boy, he and the spear would have been remained, and the empire would have stayed strong. Had Neverwinter forgiven Penthric, Aberth may not have betrayed the city she loved. I guess I see your point. There's a lesson to the fall of the Uthgar, a lesson Neverwinter would do well to heed. There's hope for the city yet, just as there's hope for Uthgar. There's more to the legend of Uthgar's spear, sir. Perhaps later I'll tell you the tale, but for now, time to speak of this. We must focus on finding the word of power for Aaron Gint if we are to save Neverwinter. Okay. We're getting backgrounds of our characters here. As you see, we have Bondy Dink. It's good to see you too. It's good to see you again, Bondy Dink. I have to admit, I'm not surprised to find you here among Burn as well, sir. Given your previous record of service, it was only logical to conclude that you would be among those recruited by Neverwinter's spymaster to aid his cause. That is partly why I chose to come here, sir. I have found our previous experience together to be very enlightening. Do you know anything about the words of power, Bonnie Duck? I doubt I can help you there, sir. All I know is the area is limited to the accounts of Latinese explorers detailing the hills of the north and Brune as well. Tell me about these accounts. As you know, the love of exploration and thrill of discovery are traits shared by the people of Latin. Whenever one of our people visits a foreign land, they make an account of all their experience. These accounts are added to the great library of Latin, so all our people can be enlightened. A few years ago, a gnome named Erigo Wanderlust returned from an island with his account of the region. The majority of time was spent exploring the hills north of Barun as well, secretly observing the habits of activities of the giants who made their home there. Giants? Oh yes, we have no giants on that, and my people are fascinated by them. Herigo's research is the most detailed account we have to date of these remarkable creatures. The subject he was studying, hill giants, were the exact species, if I remember correctly, had actually chosen a king from among their number, and this king had united several bands of giants into a single powerful tribe. They had even constructed great steadying to house their king, and from there they raided the lands to the south. Until the Herigo's research, we had assumed hill giants to be incapable of such high level of organization. Anything else? Most of Herigo's research was of a scientific nature. Diet, mating, habits, activity cycles, habit, and territory range. Academically compelling, but hardly useful in your mission, I'm afraid. I I would love to see these giants before I leave the north, sir. Though I know my wants must be set aside until after the words of power are found. We should join up again, Bonnie Doc. I'd be honored to join up with you once more, sir. Together we can find words of power and solve the mystery of who truly is behind the Neverwinter Plague.
Is there something you need?
Yeah, level up. Da-da-da. Alright.
Is there something you need?
I just want to talk for a while. I'm a staunch proponent of the free exchange of ideas, sir. What is it you wish to know? I wouldn't mind knowing your thoughts on the Avarice betrayal and how you feel about it. Avarice betrayal caused me no amount of confusion, sir. On one hand, her actions appear irrational and logical. She vowed to destroy the city and she spent her life protecting. But on the other hand, isn't it logical to assume Warrior will want to avenge the death of her lover? And what about Fenthic's death, which caused this whole mess? His execution made no sense. He was not an enemy of the city, and had he lived, he would have done everything in his power to help Neverwinter make up for what he had done. What purpose is there in killing a man who is only going to be your ally in the future? Such irrational behavior is difficult for me to understand, sir. Sometimes people let their emotions rule their actions. We do foolish things. In Latin, we bow down to the laws of reason and logic. Emotion can never be truly factored out of any decision, but we do our best to look at the factors with a dispassionate eye before taking action. I suppose in that sense we are quite different from many of the other cultures in Faerun. We will have to familiarize ourselves with these strange lands if we hope to integrate Latin into mainland society. Integrate? What are you talking about? Latin is an island by geography. We are isolated from the rest of the world. Over the centuries, this has led an insular culture, particularly among my people, the gnomes. We consider ourselves safely removed from the troubles of the mainland. We have been fascinated observers of the history of Faerun, as it benefits our analytical mindset, but we have chosen not to be active participants in events. Recently, however, our culture has embarked upon a radical journey of change, a revolutionary shift in our entire belief system. Soon, perhaps even my own lifetime, Latin will become an important part of the life of the realms. What are you talking about? Some kind of invasion? We are thinkers, inventors, and academics, sir, not soldiers. We plan to bring the culture and beliefs to Faerun through peaceful means, though we are proceeding in a rational and logical fashion. Before we attempt to introduce ourselves into the existing order, we must study and analyze the current political and cultural realities in an organized and thorough fashion. Could you expect anything less given our nature? Why the sudden change in ideology? As you can imagine, a revolution of this magnitude must be precipitated by the astonishing event. Without significant catalysts, there cannot be a significant reaction. In our case, the catalyst is a single wondrous event, the day the god Gond Wonderbringer washed upon the shores of Latin in the mortal form. God in mortal form? What are you talking about? You've not heard of the time troubles, sir? The day that when the gods were forced to take mortal form and walk among us? I would share the tale with you, but the story of Gond Wonderbringer's time on Latin is a long one, sir. Perhaps we'll speak more later, but now's not the time. We need to focus on our mission, and we have to get these words of power back to Aaron Gand. Yeah, I want to talk. I want to continue what we were talking before. You seem quite interested in this subject, sir. I suppose we could spare a few minutes from our quest to speak about Gond's arrival on the shores of Latin if you wish. I wouldn't have asked if I didn't want to hear the tale. Precisely, as I already mentioned, Gond Wonderbringer appeared to the shores of Latin during the time of troubles. During those years, Io, father of the gods, decreed they must walk among us as mortals. Gond Wonderbringer chose to take the form of a gnome, a logical choice, given the obvious advantages of my race. It was this form that he washed upon the shores of Latin. As you can imagine, the people were skeptical of Gond's claims, but the Wonderbringer's clerics confirmed his identity. Go on. During the time of troubles, there was great strife among the suddenly mortal gods. Bane, Baal, and Micrel slew each other, battling over the portfolio of death. And that will lead you into Baldur's Gate 1, 2, and 3. Joaquin, god of the wealth and commerce, vanished and has never returned. But Gan chose not to become involved in the machinations and power struggles of the other deities. He dwelt peacefully among the people on my island home and sharing his wisdom and knowledge with us. Perhaps the most well-known gift he shared with us was the secret making smoke powder. Smoke powder? Smoke powder is quite useful, if somewhat dangerous. It resembles nothing more than a coarse black sand. When lit, smoke powder will explode with a blast surprising force. Smoke powder is a remarkable good tool, many uses, but it can be quite destructive in the wrong hands. This is why even among the Latinese, the secrets of the smoke powder are known only to a few precious few. But even through the smoke powder is Gan's most well-known gift to my people. It was not the most important piece of knowledge he shared with us. What do you mean? What other gift did he give you? As I've already told you, we are a society of observers and thinkers. We have tradition and isolating ourselves from politics and events of Faerun, but God changed all that. He warned us a time was coming when we must become involved in the affairs of the mainland. A time was coming in which we could not afford to remain dispassionate and neutral. He would not say when the time was or the circumstances would be of this momentous event, but when a God tells you to go forth and go with the rest of the world, you would be wise to listen. Latin is still a very closed and mysterious society. Given the analytical nature of our society, you could not expect we could suddenly integrate ourselves with the rest of Faerun without careful study and research of what we're about to undertake. Suddenly, the discoveries and accounts of those who left our island on journeys and exploration became infinitely more important as a tool to teach us the society and culture we knew would make soon be interacting with. Now, by law, all who leave Latin must first visit the clerics of Gan Wonderbringer to obtain divine guidance before embarking on their journey. What kind of divine guidance did you receive? Me, the usual. Go with God, that kind of thing. Pretty much what you'd expect. Bonnie Dink, are you keeping secrets from me? The guidance I received from Gan's clerics is a personal and private thing, and it is not something to do with our work for Erengand. Perhaps we will speak more on it later, but it's not the time. I'm pretty sure that's the end of it. Okay. Well, we're half done with our group talk here. Excuse me. It's good to see you again, Grimgraw. There are so many who claim it is. There are not many who claim it is good to see the members of my order, sir. But you and I are the same ilk. Do not shy from death and killing. When I heard Erengand, I was recruiting mercenaries to cause I knew you would come, sir. Just as I did, our fates appear to be more bound together. Erebus' betrayal stoked the fire of war, and I am eager the killing to begin. If we are lucky, this war will engulf the entire region. Do you know anything about the words of power, Grimgraw? I have not heard anything of these words, sir. Though I once lived in my own clan in the mountains of the north. You used to live in this region? Long ago, my dwarf clan dealt with the Dragon Mountains, though when Brunner Battlehammer reclaimed Mithril Hall, we left to join the others of our kind who flocked to his banner. At night, great worms could often be seen soaring above the moonlit skies. There were many legends of the hordes these winged serpents guarded, and many rumors mighty artifacts that could be found within. I do not specifically recall mention of the words of power, but I can only assume such a powerful item would likely be found in a dragon's lair. If you wish, sir, I will gladly join you and seek out these words of power. I have no doubt that our partnership would result in the scourge of death throughout the land. Now let's join up again. Yeah, level up. Yeah, we're going to be fighting dragons. That's coming. I'm going to talk for a while. Conversation will only pass time until the Silent Lord comes and claims us. What do you wish to speak about? I wouldn't mind knowing your thoughts on Erebus' betrayal. How do you feel about it? I have mixed feelings about the Paladin's actions. They say she was driven by her betrayal by the execution of her lover. She could not accept his death, and it drove her mad with grief and desire for revenge. As a member of the Order, long death, her reaction to an inevitable event seems rather childish. The Silent Lord comes for us all. We might as well learn to accept it. Accepting death is one thing. Having your lover hung right in front of you is something else. Would she have felt better had her lover had his entrails removed by a hungry troll, or had his limbs ripped from their sockets by an angry giant? Or perhaps she would have been less angry and slow to acting poison drawn him into a sleep from which he would never awaken. Death is death, sir. My order seeks to help the world understand this. So you disapprove of what she's done? The motives for her actions seem foolish to me, but the results are pleasing. She has brought war into the north. Thousands will die painful, shrieking deaths beneath the blades of which she has unleashed. The Silent Lord is eager to feast upon the table. Erebus is set for him, and while death gorges itself on the soldiers and civilians alike, I will be present to bear witness to my master's gluttony. It's a horrible thing to say. You only say that because you do not comprehend the mysteries of the Silent Lord. If you understood the truth of death, you would not find my words so terrible. As a monk of the Lord of Death, I subjected to the rituals and ceremonies brought back to the true appreciation for those for which others fear their ignorance. Torture, pain, suffering, and even death itself. These things are beautiful. You never believe these things to be beautiful, Grimgraw. You're an evil, evil man. You bring destruction wherever you go, sir. Your motives may be good or evil, but that makes no difference. Death is forever by your side. The Silent Lord has placed his mark upon you. If I could share my experiences of my initiation with you, you might begin to glimpse some small hint of what death truly means. Only pure absolute truth and perfect existence. So enlighten me. Tell me about your order's rituals. No, sir, is not the time. I want to continue the conversation. Very well, the beauty of death is not easily understood, but if you are willing, I'll tell you some of the rituals I endured when I joined the Long Death. I want to hear the rituals. Before the initiate can be accepted into the order, they must first learn to appreciate the beauty of death. We must walk the cemeteries and graveyards in search of its beauty. We must live and dwell among the dead and dying. We must surround ourselves with that which others consider gruesome and macabre. For many of those, the easiest part of training, I myself was already enraptured with the corpses on the battlefield. I already understood the perfect truth of their deaths. Go on. The next phase of our training is to understand the tools the Silent Lord uses to prepare us for death. Pain, suffering, sorrow, agony. We participate in the torture of the victims. We witness the sweet release they achieve when they last succumb to death. And then we subject ourselves to the same torments as our victims. We taste the pain and suffering as it burns away the last part of which clings to us, our mortal world. You subject yourself to torture? Only through experiencing such pain can we understand how it prepares us to kneel at the altar of the Silent Lord. Pain is of this world, but it releases us to the next. The Silent Lord claims many during this stage of the initiation, those whom he has chosen to serve him in his world. Those who survive continue their training. In the next stage of our initiation, we must become true servants of the Silent Lord. We must murder 3 people, a rich old man, a poor young woman, and a newborn child. What kind of monster are you, Grandma? You deserve death. Why does it have to be these specific 3? By saying an old rich man, a poor young woman, and a newborn babe, we learn that all of us are subjects to the Silent Lord. Male, female, young, old, rich, poor. Death has dominion over us all. Next we must face the wheel. Simple test, but one that delivers more initiates into the hands of the Silent Lord than any other. The wheel teaches us that the Silent Lord chooses his pleasure, not ours. We are subject to his whims, and chance death is random. How does the wheel work? The wheel is made of alternating white and black squares. If the pointer stops on a white square, we move on to the final initiation. If it stops on a black square, we are slain on the spot. When I began the initiation, there were 6 of us seeking to enter the order. 2 died in the torture X. 1 was captured after murdering a wealthy, elderly merchant and hung. That left 3 of us to face the wheel. I alone survived to face the final challenge. And what was the final challenge? That I'm not ready to share with you yet, sir, for I have not yet completed it. But I thought you remember the order already. I am a monk of the Long Dust, sir. The final challenge is necessary only if I ever wish to enter the inner circle of my order. I want to ask you for aid in this, sir, but this challenge is sacred in the order. Despite all you have done, I am not yet certain you are ready to learn of our most hallowed secret. Were I back in the monastery, I could consult with the elders, but in their absence I can only wait to see if some sign is delivered to me. Only if I receive the sign will I be able to tell you of the final challenge, sir. Perhaps later we will speak more of this, but now is not the time. You are not yet ready. Let us return to our mission, and in doing so we will surely spread death throughout the north.
My dear friend, it's wonderful to see your face again. Aaron Gend must have brought you here to help search for the words of power.
It's good to see you again, Laura Linu. After Erebus' betrayal, I readied myself to return to Aveska. Yet somehow, somewhere deep inside, I prayed that we would once more meet, sir. When I heard of Aaron Gen's call for the brave adventurers to serve the cause of Neverwinter, to join Lord's Alliance here as Pepperoon as well, I knew that you could not resist such a grand opportunity. You were drawn to heroic deeds, like a gluttony to bakery, sir. I grabbed the first ride out of town and came here. Well, the second ride actually got me here. Oh, you know what happened in the first ride. You make it sound as if, oh, all right, never mind. I was supposed to hitch a ride with one of the supply wagons at first, but the wagon I was on broke. Broke how to break. Well, we had to stop the night, and I had this nightmare that a dragon was chasing me. I woke up in the dream and saw that something large outlined against the moon. I should have known better. It didn't really look like a dragon, but I was frightened. So I cast the first spell and came to mind. The first blazing ball of lightning did little damage, but it was followed by 3 shattered it into tiny little pieces. What did the Wagoners throw you out? It was dark and everyone was so shocked by the lightning that no one knew where it came from. I suppose that's probably what I should have told them it was me. I had to get here though, and I'll pay Lord Nasher back out of my own wages when we are done. Do you know anything about the words of power, Linu? I don't know where they would be, although I would think such magic would come most likely from associated ancient times. That leads me to think of some ruins far to the south here. What about them? I've read lately that the ruins contain traces of ancient cultures whose knowledge of magic runs deeper than any living today. I'm an elf of Aveska, and a land study of mysteries more than the path. It is the highest calling. The ruins to the south call to me, as if they hide knowledge more imperative to us. I suppose that if it may just be my own heritage driving me to study something as old and unusual as the ruins are reputed to be, but it might be even more than that. I will follow your lead as always, my dear sir. You're a better judge of such things than I am. Well, travel with me again. Then I shall endeavor to keep you alive once again, sir. Just try and occasionally keep out of harm's way. Sometimes I just think you're as bad as I am for getting in trouble. Level it up. I just want to talk. What made you decide you should become a cleric? My, it's been a long time since someone asked me that question. Came to Sahanin Moonbow when I was very young, which is unusual since my parents were both mages and followers of the god Coralian. It started when I was sent to Gatalian Centristi's School of Potentials. You see, both my parents were deep into the mysteries and held positions of respect. It was assumed I would take after my parents in the magical arts. What are potentials? All children are gifted with wizards in Neverska are sent to special schools as potentials, because they are expected to excel furthering the art of spellcraft. My ability to get in trouble had already started at that age, but my parents had kept quiet, thinking I would grow out of it. Okay, go on. My first day of classes was a disaster, but I don't think I had anything to do with my ability for spellcasting. I had an insatiable curiosity, and Gaydon was crotchety old master who expected all elven children to be patient, quiet, and orderly. I barely possess those traits now, let alone when I was a child. The master decided to open class with powerful magic, or a powerful spell, to awe us into submission to his tutelage. He turned his back and I moved in. What do you mean by moved in? I just wanted to look at the spell components. They were very interesting, especially the wonderful gem that he had sitting beside the circle. Well, he went to reach for the gem, and it wasn't there. The spell misfired, causing him to ooze purple smoke for weeks. So he kicked you out? Gaydon was well paid for his trading us. He didn't kick me out right away, but he never forgave me either. It also wasn't the only accident to befall the class when I was around. Despite all this, I might still have become a wizardess if it wasn't for the little trip I took. That was an accident that will long be remembered in our fair city. My fate was sealed to my faith in Seherine that day. What fate would that be? I will tell you of my little dimension-hopping trip later. We have too much to do right now to tell the tale. We need to find the words of power Aaron gave to me and fear to save Neverwinter. I just want to talk for a bit. I love chatting with you, but don't you think we should be on the mission right now? I want to continue our story from before. I suppose you won't rest until I tell you about how I accidentally led my becoming a cleric of Sahanin. I guess I can tell you, though it was a horrifying experience. I want to hear it. It was just over a month into our training when Gaedalon decided to let us examine some of his collection of magical artifacts. He took us to his vault, the part where the lower powered magical items were stored. We played with them for a while, but I was bored. That's trouble. Bored children with magical items? I should say it's trouble. Being from Wizard's Home, most of us had seen items like these quite a few times. I was hardly going to be impressed with a wand of magic missiles. I noticed that one of the doors had been left open, so I thought I would give a quick peek inside. I didn't mean to touch anything, but two of the other students came in and behind me. One of them asked what I was doing. His voice scared me, causing me to jump into the air, but I didn't land on the floor. I didn't see the rope that was hung to keep people away from his one display. The hole I fell into was the doorway into another plane of existence, or at least that's what they told me later. According to Gadeline, no person, let alone child, should have ever survived the experience. So how did you survive? All I know is my body seemed to expand, contract at a horribly fast rate, like hyperventilating a toad. The feeling seemed to last for hours, but it was over in seconds. I can't explain it better than that. When it stopped, I opened my eyes. What did you see? There was a large, gray, squishy thing that looked at me with 20 large eyes. I whimpered a little. I remembered then. Then it started to move. I don't think I have ever seen anything move so very fast. I screamed as it attacked and continued to scream as the bolt of glowing blue light ripped through its body, just seconds before it could reach me. I sat on the ground trembling uncontrollably. Arms enveloped my quaking form, and soft voice whispered in my ear. What did its voice say? I can only recall images of the journeys and safety. Of all life and death, times to come. The voice spoke, and I began to feel very tired, and I drifted off to sleep. When I awoke, I came comfortable to bed, surrounded by a curtain that stretched up to the ceiling, and I could hear a man's voice and a woman's voice talking softly beyond it. The voice was suddenly interrupted by the entrance of my master, who angrily asked why I was taken to the temple of Sehernin. A single word from the woman stopped him cold. How'd she stop him? All she said was his name. He looked at her with a piercing stare. Then his eyes opened in surprise and it sank into his knees. I was confused, having no idea who was standing by my bed. The only word my master could speak was her name, Sehernin. You were rescued by the goddess? The goddess came over and pulled the curtain back. She smiled and kissed me on the forehead. My child, she said, you have exceeded the boundaries of luck. A green light surrounded her body as she stepped back and disappeared. For years after that experience, people treated me with awe and called me a godchild. Sehernin did me a favor, but there were days I wish she could have done it quieter. It seems like quite a stretch to the limits of luck. Such is my life, bad luck, good luck, in heaping amounts, like a gift of gold that crushes you under its weight. I've dedicated my life to the goddess. She gave me a gift, so I gave everything back to her. There is a task she wishes me to accomplish. That is why she chose me to save my life. A task? I overheard a few of the words she shared through the high priest before my master came into the room. But that is a task for me for me, and should not be allowed to interfere with your quest. We have too much to do right now to tell the tale. We need to find the words of power in Erengand if we are to save Neverwinter. Correct. One more.
Somehow I knew you couldn't be found. As soon as Ellen mentioned why we were brought here, I recognized the name you had brought.
It's good to see you again, Sharwin. Did I say it was good to see you? I only said I knew you were coming. I jest, sir. Of course it's good to see that you are here. I was going to come to Baruna's well originally. I figured that had done enough by your side, but the story isn't finished just yet, is it? And you know what a sucker I am for a good tale. So, what do you say then, sir? Shall we join together again? I want to see this unfold firsthand. Do you know anything about the words of power, Sharwin? No, nothing at all. I find it strange, too. I know considerable lore, yet neither I nor any other of the tomes I've researched mention them. I have an idea of where to look, however. Where? South of Fort Ickard, there's supposed to be some ancient ruins, older than any settlement in the Northlands by far, so the tales say. It was supposedly one of the homes of the creator race, from the predators, even elves, if you can imagine that. I've never heard of anyone returning from it, though, so it could be anything. The magic power in the area is supposed to be incredible. There are stone monoliths which are too dangerous to even approach, which would be given me more reason to believe these are words may be there. Well, I want you to join with me again. Then I'm at your disposal once again. Well, I want you to level up.
Yes? Is there something you need?
I just want to talk for a while. Talk? About what, sir? How about telling me a tale, Sharwin? You're a bard, after all. I normally save my best tales for taverns full of audience, which I recant a tale only for you, sir, because I asked you nicely. Oh, so sir puts a pleasant tone, and I'm supposed to jump and please him, is that it? I tell you what, sir, I'll tell you your tale, if you promise to listen attentively and be a proper audience. I can do that. Well, that's good. I'll hold you to it, then. But what's a story to tell, then? Shall I tell the tale of the great Sir Savior of Neverwinter in his search for the words of power? I think I know that one. Not like I tell it, believe me. You're probably right, however. The subject matter would be a little familiar. I'm a bit fuzzy on the ending. How about the sad tale of the great Lady Aberith, torn between love and honor, fallen from the grace of Tyr? That's not very funny. You never said you wanted to hear a comedy, sir. Aberith's tale's a sad tale. But no matter. I'll think of something else. How about the tale of the great Lord Nasher? How the man was his glory days before he became the sad old ruler. How about something original? You're going to be very picky, aren't you? Very well, then. Give me some time to think up about it. For now, let's continue with making your own tale.
Yes? Is there
I want to talk for a while. Talk about what, sir? I'd like to give you a story from before. All right, I thought about which story to tell you, sir. It's an old one. The story of Tamerlane and the Song of Love. Oh, sounds promising. I'm so happy you approve. Now, since you're promised to be a good little audience, be quiet for once. Tamerlane was an elven bard, one of the most talented and famous from an age ago. At the peak of his life, he was happily married to with numerous children. Yet he still felt he had left something undone. He bid his children a tearful farewell one day, hugging his faithful wife close to his breast, and promised to return as he began the great quest of his long life. For decades he searched for Hanalei, Selenil, the elven goddess of love. He called her from her temples, walked the fields of Arvandor, serenaded her from the highest mountains. Just when he thought he could search no more, and his thoughts turned to his long-lost wife and children, Hanalei Selenil came to him at long last. She was the most beautiful of elves, her eyes warm and clad with gown of silver and gold. Thou hast sought me out, she spoke, and I have come. What dost thou desire of me? Tamerlane was almost overcome by her beauty, but still he spoke. Hanalei Selenil, he said, also called Lady Goldheart, the winsome rose, the mother of sadness, I wish a boon. I desire to know the true meaning of love, so that I may write the song to stir the hearts of mortals and immortal alike. Would you grant me this boon? The goddess thought of his offer and smiled. I am three who are one. Child, perform the task for each of us, and you shall know the true meaning of love and be rewarded. Three who are one? Yes, the queen of Arvidor is the elven goddess Angenhardish. That's a name, but she is commonly thought of as three goddesses, three aspects who together are the one, the triune. One of course, is Hanalei Selenil, the goddess of love and the gold elves. The other is Aridi Fanya, the goddess of the sky and the winged Avariel. The third is the Sahanine Moonbow, goddess of dreams and the moon elves. Tamerlane agreed to perform the task, of course. That, however, I'll tell you another time, seeing as you interrupted and all. Oh, come on, tell me now. Haha, to be honest, sir, I've forgotten how the part of the story goes. Let's just keep moving. I'll remember the rest eventually. Talk about what? I want to know more. Okay. Alright. And before we go out, this is where I'm going to call it. I'm growing tired. And we accomplished all I really wanted to, so this is where I'm going to call it. Thanks for watching. Have a good night. Hope you all enjoyed your 4th of July. Talk to you later. So long, everybody.